Welcome back to another video. My name is Abby, and today we are talking about how to attract love. Now, if you're interested in dissolving your current blocks and limiting beliefs in your manifestations, I've got a link below to work with me one-on-one. You can book your session through that link. And if you're interested in more engagement, interaction, and exclusive content, check out the Patreon link below. It's going to give you 3 different tiers, and see if one of those resonates. I'd love to have you over there in that community. So back to the video. How to attract love. This is obviously a very popular topic. So what I want to do is break it down a little bit more and show you where you could be getting a little bit off track and how to maximize the energy you put in so you can therefore get out what it is that you want. So first, attract, right? When I first think about this, I think of something being attracted from the outside to you, right? Well, when I looked at the etymology of the word, it made me rethink this, and here's why. The first breakdown is draw to one's self. That still seems like it could be from outside in, but there's one other thing that really piqued my interest. The second one was to draw to pull. Now, those again sound like that they're drawing something outside of you to you, but what I find interesting is that this could actually be flipped from the inside. Basically, to draw to oneself, to draw love inside of you, really. And I actually thought about, rather than draw and like a magnet draw in, I thought actually physically drawing it. The breakdown is going to be based off the idea of law of attraction, right? Well, I think that a better way to describe it and explain it is a law of reflection, that our outside world right now is simply reflecting back to us, ourselves. Just the same as you looked in front of a mirror. If you want to make a change, you have to be the change. It's really easy for my brain to understand that if you want to see a wave coming at you in a mirror, guess what you have to do? You have to wave. If you want to see a smile, you have to be the cause to the smile that you see in the mirror. Just the same. If you want to attract love, if you want to draw it to you, you have to draw it up inside of yourself. You have to be it. Your thoughts and your feelings have to be in the state of love. It doesn't have to be necessarily romantic, right? You think about being in love with someone. You need to be in the state of love in order to essentially pull love up inside of you. And then, like I said earlier, if you are pulling love up in you, and it is then you are in the spirit, you are inspired by the thoughts and the feelings of love. You're on that channel, just like a radio station. You are on the channel of love. And I'm going to put David Hawking's chart on here to show you that all of these different emotions are states of being: fear, worry, guilt, love, joy. Those are all states. So if you are in love, all the other things in the universe that are on that same frequency in love are going to be in your reflection, because you are the cause of it. You are that first domino to show it. So to attract love is basically to pull love and draw it like a well within you. You draw that to you, not from the outside, but from within. That is where most people get it wrong, is that they're looking for the outside. They're going to draw somebody to you, and then you're going to start feeling more in love. If you're looking for that inspiration to be outside of yourself, that is giving off the reflection of lack. You don't have that love. That means then you are in a state of worry, potentially, unworthiness, not enough, whatever it is. If you're looking for love to essentially be a solution, if you look underneath that, you can already find, okay, well, if it's the law of reflection and I don't feel like I'm enough, I don't feel worthy, I feel unlovable, I am going to see the reflection of those things. Even though I'm looking outside of myself to try to draw it to me, I need to stop looking out there. Just the same as I'm not going to argue with myself in the mirror so that I'll smile, or like, come on, wave. I'm a great person, you should really wave at me, and like trying to sell myself. What I do is I go inside and I smile. I go inside and I create that love within myself. I tap into the thoughts, the feelings, and ultimately the actions. And usually if you aren't already having these things, we got to go one level below that, which is your beliefs. And another word for belief, another way to think about that is, what are you accepting to be true? That's it. A belief is something you accept to be true. It sounds a lot like the law of assumption, what you're giving permission and consent to be true. Those are all in the same category. So when you're starting to deconstruct, okay, well, if I'm looking for love outside of myself, what would I need to believe? That it's not within me. Well, why do I believe that it's not within me? What's going on inside of me? So once you start using, okay, well, what must my beliefs be? Okay, well, if I am looking for this relationship so I feel whole and complete, that means that I believe that I'm not enough unless I have this relationship. And guess what you'll see reflected? Then you can look back in your life and see how, yeah, you know what? I thought that I would be enough with this relationship. Therefore, all I saw was me not being enough. And even though I thought, oh, if this person will commit, that dynamic could never happen because I am giving off that initial cause of I'm not enough. So I then saw that reflected back to me. So to attract a relationship, you need to pull up, to draw up within you the thoughts and the feelings, the beliefs ultimately is what's going to be the well. Shifting that belief to that you're loved, you're whole and complete, you're worthy, you're valuable, and going back to anything, any thoughts, any feelings, any memories that would contradict that. A lot of times people are like, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to affirm, I'm going to affirm, I'm going to affirm. And affirming is basically to fortify a new belief. If you are trying to use an affirmation to change your belief, it's going to be very hard because an affirmation is only there to help glue the new one together as it solidifies. You're going to need to dissolve that belief by really starting to destroy why it is that you believe it's true. Starting to look at why you accept that to be true. Why can't you have love? Why aren't you worthy? What is it? What happened? And what meaning did you give that? When you start to look and see what meanings you give everything, you will dramatically shift your life. Because basically the belief, the reason you're accepting something to be true is based on something that happened. And whatever happened, you had an assumption, you had a meaning you gave it. And when you start changing those meanings, you will start shifting the beliefs. Then there's no reason to accept it anymore. Oh my God, I was a kid and this person had a bad day and I thought that I was not worth anything. I thought that I was bad and I always did bad. I thought that everyone always left. As you start giving yourself the power and you start taking it back, you no longer allow whatever's happened to define you. You start using your reasoning and your resources to redefine the experiences that happened to you. Then you dissolve that belief and then you can start affirming that new one. So to attract love into your life, you need to be in love. You need to have beliefs, accept it to be true, that you're whole, that you're worthy, that you don't need something outside of you to show you who you are. You are going to send it out and all you're going to see is a reflection back to you. So people, circumstances, opportunities are then going to come to you naturally. If you're looking for somebody outside of you, something to happen, then all of a sudden it's going to change your life and then you'll feel this great thing. It will never happen. The same as I stared in front of a mirror, waiting so desperately, so much hope and effort put into, I'm going to see a smile, I'm going to see a smile in the mirror, I'm going to see a smile in the mirror. But I don't realize I have the power to be the cause to the effect. When you start really understanding that you are the cause, you are the creator, and everything in your life right now is a reflection to show you who you are. The more you start to tap into that dynamic, the more you will start to be able to see the small changes that you need to make that will make the huge shifts in your reality. And realize that your thoughts create your reality. Your beliefs are feeding your thoughts. When you shift your beliefs and you no longer accept it to be true, the meanings and the things that have happened to you, that you are whole and complete, you are worthy, and you deserve love because you are love. Anything on top of that is something you learned and it's not true. You can unlearn that. And as you do, you will dissolve those false beliefs and move into your true power. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, click like. And if you haven't done so already, join this community by clicking that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one.